Well, with the LA Kings winning the Stanley Cup, ended the 2013-2014 NHL season. The NHL Awards on Tuesday passed out the awards to Sidney Crosby, Therese Bergeron, and the Colorado Avalanche. Today, the 27th of June, begins the 2014-2015 NHL season with the first-year player draft taking place in Philadelphia this evening. It will be a very interesting draft class, to say the least. And welcome to this NHL Draft special, right here on ClayFan 23. I am your host, Andy Alfred, welcoming you into the studios here in Toledo, Ohio, as I am going to give you my predictions and my selections who I think will be happening in this year's NHL Draft. We have an interesting group of individuals going into this year's draft class. We have a lot of individual talent and a lot of great individual play going to be taking place within this draft. The first overall pick goes to the Florida Panthers, and I think it's an easy, constituous agreement that it will be Aaron Ilkbrod from Wilkes-Barre. Whether the Florida Panthers trade their pick or keep it, it seems like Ilkbrod will go number one. I think it's an easy choice for them. He's a great defenseman, and he'll make an impact for this team, especially in that division as well too. In that Atlantic division, with Boston, Detroit, Toronto, and so on and so forth. The next pick is Buffalo, and Buffalo for me is very interesting. I mean, Sam Burnett is a very good choice as well too, but I think Sam Reinhart, the centerman from the WHL, the Sabres struggled last season to result in landing a top center. They'll land it this year at the draft. It'll be interesting to see how the Sabres will. What we were hearing is no coincidence in the top pick. I mean, it could be Ebron, it could be Sam, it could be Leon, but it looks like Buffalo will keep their number 2 pick. It will be like that. I think honestly the Edmonton Oilers will go after Leon Deschrani from Prince Albert. If they don't move up in the land of Ebron, I think the Oilers will pick a more proven defenseman. I mean, with the loss of Ryan Smith, it'll be very interesting to see how they'll choose. I think Reinhart could go number 4, but I think Bennett will go number 4 to the Calgary Flames. He's a very good player. He's the son of Calgary Flames standout Paul Reinhart, and I think it'll be a match made in heaven for the Flames to move up to get the number 4, having the number 4 pick and getting him. I think my 5th overall pick going to the New York Islanders, I think it will be Michael DeCal from the OHL. He's matured beyond his years and will be a perfect fit with Jonathan Tavares. I think he's also a very good choice for Gar Snow. I mean, Gar Snow has a choice given in the first round for this year or in 2015. I think Cole has scored 39 goals in the past season. He's a 6'2" frame, but he needs some weight. That's really what he needs. He needs to get a little bit stronger. Vancouver, I think, is going to go Nicola Herners from Halifax. Not that very big, but he's very good in the offensive front. He can make amazing plays happening in the offensive front. I think that's what the Vancouver Canucks need in this draft after the performance that they played last season with John Tortorella. And the new coaching staff will help that out as well, too. 7th, I have Carolina. And Carolina's been an interesting pick. I think it's going to be Nicholas Ritchie from Peterborough. This big body front can do dangers in both the offensive and the defensive zone. He's a very solid player. He's a great two-way player. I think he'll be a great fit in Carolina, especially in that Metropolitan Division with Pittsburgh and also with the New York Rangers. Toronto picks 8th. Hayden Fleury. The Maple Leafs need help in many areas, but Fleury is available at 8. Expect Toronto to get that pick and get better at the blue line. And if Fleury goes to Toronto, I mean, that's just... He is big. He's a mobile defenseman. I love him. I love his play. I think he'll go there. At 9 for Winnipeg, I have William Nylander. He's the son of former NHL player Michael Nylander. He scores dazzling goals. He's a very good player. I think he'll be a good pick for the Winnipeg Jets at 9. At 10, I have a toss-up, really. This is the Bobby Ryan trade from Ottawa. It's interesting to who they can go after for their pick. I think it's going to be Kasparin from Finland. Central Scouts in the top European skaters was impressed with the combine. He'd be a nice replacement for Saku Koivu and Teemu Selanne, and he'd be that Finnish piece to push in right there. I have Brendan Perlini from Niagara, the OHL left winger, going to the Nashville Predators. He's speedy forward, great shot percentage, puts the puck on net, because the Predators need help. Need help on the offensive front. I have for number 12 for the Phoenix Coyotes. And Phoenix is a good pick. The Arizona Coyotes, I have to call them now, is Jake Virtanen out of Calgary, the Hitman. He will be out 4 to 6 months with a shoulder injury, but won't make an impact on his draft status. He's a quality, good skater, and he will be a great asset to the Arizona Coyotes. Washington picks 13th. I think it's Jared McCann from Sault Ste. Marie. Very good pickup. Skill player. He's strong, and he can work with Barry Trotz very well. Dallas picks 14th. I'm taking Julius Holka. He's the Finnish-born offensive defenseman. He has positive numbers this season. He's an interesting player to play with Alexander Ovechkin. 14, I have Alex Turek from the United States Under-18 team from the USHL. Played in the same league with the Milwaukee Gamblers, which is the same team that the new coach from the Toledo Walleye is from. He's a very good player as well, too. Now 15 and 16. Detroit picks 15th, and we're in, like I said, we're in Toledo, Ohio doing these picks. You have the Toledo market is split. That's either Columbus or Detroit. Of course, you have Pittsburgh, and Chicago, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of good teams in this market. 15th, I'm going to go with a Swede. And his name is Andre Keppen. He is a smooth skating forward. He's a big guy. We'll need to fill up the front of the aging forward group of Zetterberg, Datsuk, and Alfredson. Very, very solid player. And to be honest, he'd be a very good player. Columbus, I think it's going to go for the first time ever with a United States-born player in the first round. It's always been a foreign-born player. I think it'll be Alex Turek. Alex Turek. If Alex Turek isn't taken by the Stars in 14th, look him to go 16th. Because I think, and personally, I think he'll be a very, very good player. He's 6'4". He can score. He's got a lot better as the season progressed. And big in the second half propelled Tuck to the rankings and putting him on the radar, becoming a first half of the first round pick. 17, I have Philadelphia, having gone with Robert Flake from grew up in the OHL. Strong showing in the Ontario Hockey League playoffs and the Memorial Cup, giving the Scouts more to see. Other notable teams to go through. Of course, I have for the Penguins at 22, I have Thatcher McKenna from Boston College, top goalie this year. They need some new help in that department. Will likely spend at least one more season in college and potentially start for the United States in the 2015 junior season. So I don't think they're going to have any problem getting him with that. Also looking at it as well too, going a little bit further down my draft board, I have Colorado. Colorado, I think it's going to go with defenseman. I think they're going to go with Anthony DeAngelo. Avalanche could use some strong, young, skilled defensemen, and this is one guy that they can do. Player can quarterback the power play, and this guy is a beast. He's a beast mode. He has a high motor. Very, very good player for Colorado to pick up in Patrick Waugh use. Boston, I think it's going to be Travis Salmon from Calgary, 6'3". He's very mobile. Dramatic use of rankings and so on this season. And then we get down to Chicago. I think it'll be Robbie Furpula He's very, very small. He's only 5'10". He's 170 pounds. But very, very skilled. He has a very good offensive presence. I think it'll be very interesting to see how Chicago will use him in that offensive front. And, of course, Tampa Bay, 28th. They're going to pick, after the Martin St. Louis trade, they're going to probably pick Connor Bleakley from Red Deer. Very good player as well, too. And then rounding it out, the Los Angeles Kings is 6'4" freshman, 6'4" Swede. It'll be Marcus Peterson. He is very good. He's a two-way player. Both plays defends on one-on-one and on the power play. I think that's what the Kings will go get. And I think New Jersey will pick last. I think it will be Brendan Lemieux, the son of former player Claude Lemieux. He's playing like him. He's eager. He wants to play. He's very, very strong. Very strong player, to say the least. That's my top 30 picks. My picks for the first round of the draft. This is what I think Columbus, Detroit, Pittsburgh, and a few other teams need to go get. For Columbus, I think they need to go get a left winger, 2 more defensemen, and a right winger. For the Detroit Red Wings, I think they need to go get some more forward help. 2 left wingers, a right winger, and a centerman. I think they also need to get a goaltender. Howard is not going to be that very good later on down the road. Pittsburgh, they need more defensemen. I think they need to go defensive friendly and also goaltender friendly as well too. Fleury's getting up there in age as well. I think Chicago this year will probably go after the forward help with Hossa getting up in age as well too. Some of the players also coming up into contract age as well too. I think they need to go get some forwards, get some defenseman help as well too. I also wanted to talk about the Bruins. The Bruins need to get pieces. They need to get pieces. They need to get a left winger, a right winger. They need a whole fourth line, in my opinion. A whole new fourth line in young talent. And they can do it. They can do it. They can get it. They have the money. They have the talent. Florida, I think they're going to just gut the whole system, get new players, new system, new format. They need a left winger, a new goaltender, because Tim Thomas is getting old. They need young talent. Same with Tampa Bay as well, too. It proved young talent doesn't help you out in the playoffs. But as they mature and get older, they're going to be very, very good team to watch out for in the Atlantic Division. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens in this NHL draft. We'll have our NHL post-draft show on Monday's edition on this network, so I hope you can join in for this. Enjoy the draft. The NHL 2014-15 season begins tonight in Philadelphia. Talk to you guys on Monday. See you then.